material?
Yes, we are. Pretty excited.
Garen and Ellie let us borrow their awesome truck. We got the power!
I feel like a semi driver, man. 6 speeds. Woo! Semi's have more. But anyway, 6
It
speeds.
sounded good.
And it's a diesel engine. It feels so diesel-y.
So that's what the hoop barn looks to the neighbors. Oh look, it looks like it's all together.
Yeah, on our side it just looks more apart.
What? It's not busted.
Guy walks by and he says, "Hey, cheaper than wood." And I said, "Yes, it is cheaper than wood." Yes, let's get the other wood.
Some ridge cap. Oh, roofing material coming too, huh?
Yeah.
Loaded up and heading out. Tell Garen we waited for the glow plug.
We waited for the glow plug. It was glowing red hot.
Finally got our stuff.
Take your order, please.
In building with earth bags, we discovered our family thrived creatively and grew stronger by working side by side. We welcome you to be part of our family for this week's adventure.
So we're going to go ahead and start experimenting a little bit with AirCrete. So to get started with that, I looked online. The AirCrete guns that they sell online are kind of a little expensive, so I decided to build my own. They're pretty simple. Main concept is you just got to get water and liquid basically going through some sort of mesh screen to make it foam up at the end. Thankfully I own a 3D printer, so it was very easy to just quickly throw up a little design. Just a simple little plastic piece, easy to print. Pretty simple. Part's done. They just add a simple water pump to the system. The first step is to get the foam agent going. That looks pretty good. Well, the first one was kind of a test of concept. Whoa! There we go, that's more the foam we want. Need some shaving cream. Some good foam.
Oops.
Yeah. A little too much pressure. That is like good, sustainable foam too.
It's just sitting up so nice. That's amazing. It looks so fun.
This is the front porch. We're gonna make a little foam concrete mix and make a little patio thing here. Funny enough though, this is also a test we had. This is soil cement. Over the years, and you can see that this is what apparently happens to soil cement. It's still very hard. We never had any sagging issues. I mean, you can see what's left here is very flat, and it remained pretty flat.
The first time we poured soil cement.
Oddly enough, it was our testing ground last time. So you want to see where we test things out. The front porch. If you have a test, go to the front porch. It's only the first thing that everyone sees when they come in, but it's fine.
We tested out the front porch area there with some concrete and with some concrete.
Maybe something like that, huh?
Yeah, that's good.
A little bit different than the cement mix, but we wanted to try out something.
Yeah.
So we did a 50-50 mix. I'm liking this.
It's got thickness to it too.
How far can I go? All right. It's real kind of thick.
Yeah. Like a milkshake.
Yeah.
Nice. That looks great and smells awesome too.
Does it?
Nice.
Kind of like soapy.
Super thick.
Yeah, it is, surprisingly.
Really easy to float.
Okay, we can keep the dogs and cats and pigs out of it. We poured the front little porch there to kind of do a test of the foamcrete.
Yeah, you know, we did a couple things differently than you normally would do with foamcrete. We mixed it with concrete, and normally you mix it with cement, and we did full-on concrete.
We wanted to try out something.
Yeah. It's awfully solid, doesn't it? I think they say it takes several weeks to fully cure though, doesn't it?
Crumbling right here.
The corners was a bit crumbly, so we ended up taking a grinder to it and just smoothing it out. But other than that, it seems pretty solid. Like it doesn't feel like it's gonna crack or anything. Pretty hard. I mean, it is crumbly, you know. I'm gonna take the grinder and just grind it round it. The surface isn't getting torn up. It's just the edges.
Pretty though,
Makes
isn't
it
it?
bubbly.
We could coat it, like I said.
Oh, it's less crumbly, right?
And put
Linseed on it
linseed on it.
Okay, I'll do that.
And then it
It's
gets
like a sponge.
it does.
You know, out here in the desert, it's pretty warm, so that stuff dries really fast. AirCrete needs to dry really slowly to be solid, so, you know, the crumbling may have been a cause of the heat.
It came up pretty good.
It did. The thing's pretty solid, like it doesn't feel like it's gonna crack or anything.
No. It eventually did harden up.
It did eventually.
And we were
harden
able
up,
to put some linseed oil on it, and it just looks great. This is the way this will be poured, with the material in here sitting down flat, and it'll just be a big block, and then we'll turn it up on its edge. Another 45 will come into this direction, so the two 45s will make a mitered beam to set right on top of that post.
All right, so we got the patios and the pillars done in the backyard, and then we threw up a temporary rebar, like, tarp roof thing for the top of it, just temporary get us by for the wedding. But now it's time to take that down and start building some permanent structure up there. So
We're gonna go with some beams. Say when? 214 and a half. So let's make our first one 214 and a half. Okay, that's center to center. First beam is the frame on the outside is done. We just need to put our guts in, which will be wire and some rebar.
okay, so we're drilling a hole for the rebar. It does two things. One, it gives it support lengthwise. The other is it does the support wobbly wise. I don't know how else to say that. Like if we're gonna have this setting on the cement, and we don't want these shifting all around on us. We want them to be straight.
I like it.
Yeah. The hole we just drilled, useless.
New thought.
Yeah, so now we're just gonna make essentially little H's. We need a place for the concrete to kind of exist, or in this case the foamcrete. And so our thinking is if we put them solid in there, then they'll be split up individually instead of, you know, coming as one solid piece like this. We have the integrity this way, and then we have the integrity this way so they don't twist, and then the integrity this way.
Perfect. Hey, I was at the hardware store, you know, looking at wood prices and everything else, and I couldn't believe the prices of some of this wood. It just makes it impossible to buy anything. I mean, a simple little beam is going to be 250, 300 bucks, and I just can't do it. It's just way too expensive for that, so had to go with a different material, and we're going to test out cement and AirCrete.
Rebar is in.
Of course, having not worked with this material before, AirCrete is on the internet, and it's like tons of information, but nothing that's load bearing at all.
It's just walls and other things.
Yeah, walls and maybe some gable ends. Some guy was doing some stuff with some gable ends, which probably would load a little bit of bearing there, but really nothing that had any structural to it.
Ooh, what are you doing now?
So that the foamcrete doesn't just fall out the bottom.
Good plan.
Yes.
Or stick to the concrete. That's the one thing we don't want to happen.
One more piece of duct tape. Want to get this side?
Looks very beamy.
This thing is light.
With the load-bearing ideas, though, with traditional concrete, they put in a lot of different metals and screen and all kinds of different ways to strengthen regular concrete. I'm just going to be putting up a simple roof, nothing too heavy. We don't have like 20 feet of snow out here, so we're not going to worry about a lot of weight.
Beauty and the Beast. The August. So 10.5 inches, which is right here. That's our 3 gallon mark on my bucket.
Also, too, we didn't use wood. I mean, it's just too expensive to go out and buy the forms. Why not buy something cheaper? So we use metal studs. And the metal studs are 3.5, 3 5/8.
Just like a 2x4 in my opinion.
It would be no
Close.
different than getting a beam that size.
Yeah.
My spans are short, you know, they're just maybe 8 feet, 8'6". They're real short spans. So why not just use a 3.5 material, and then we went 12 inches, which is plenty of room.
Yeah.
That way for any kind of load that we're gonna have up there.
Also too, it's a lot cheaper.
Oh,
Just the metal.
tons
The metal's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, what is it,
oddly enough.
350 for 10 feet? So really inexpensive for the metal studs. That's also gonna give us structural strength.
You saw that somewhere, a guy was using those to build walls.
Right.
concrete Walls.
He was doing panels.
Or panels?
Yeah, panels, and over the windows he used kind of a header type of a deal. I don't know if he put the metal in there. I think he put screen in it, but we're using rebar too. So
Yeah. Have rebar in that metal that's
Yeah.
there too. So that should be really fun.
How are you gonna move it?
Well, we'll just lift it up. Figure one guy on either side and we'll just...
Ooh, okay. Hope you guys can balance well.
Bryce,
Seriously?
Bryce?
This could be a blooper right here, guys. If you guys play your cards right. Oh my.
There's no hazards around or anything.
No.
Which one are we pouring first, Dad?
Probably this one. It looks the straightest. I'm hoping that we can take these 18 footers, those 3 posts, 18 footers, and just set them right on top
Yeah.
and just
And the other thing...
bolt them in.
The other thing is too, all that metal is gonna stay in there. It's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna go.
No tearing down on the forms. The metal's there. It's going to stay
It's there
there.
to stay.
Yeah, and then we're going to stucco over the top of it anyway. Watch your step. Oops.
Kind of easy to over pour this. I've noticed. Move back a little bit. Oops. This stuff's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't see anybody saying, hey, I built myself a foamcrete beam. So we're going to test it out, and like you say, we don't want to necessarily recommend this to anybody. For the little Homestead family, we're going to try it out.
Definitely. It's quite the experiment, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're only experimenting on the roof. No big deal.
All right, we're ready down here. We'll just get a few buckets here. Why don't you pour the other one and we'll...
Also too, you know, if it does ever fail, the failure will be very slow because the metal will just bend, you know.
It might get a crack or something in it, and I think with the stucco we can always just go in and patch that.
Yeah.
I just can't see an 8-foot being a problem.
And the thing is, that metal, the way it's on there, you'd have to stretch it to break it.
Yeah.
And that's like that's the hardest way to break metal.
Yeah.
Is that way.
So the tensile strength's working really well.
Good timing, guys.
Great timing. It's starting to be really windy. Well, should we go with the last one forward? What's up with you, Bullet?
It's messy.
Yeah, it's quite messy.
Oh. H for help.
It's not dry underneath still. But that's good. The slower it dries, the better.
I don't know, Bri. It's
Here's a chunk.
pretty hard.
Feel this.
Oh gosh, so light. There's all the little holes too. Look at the little holes.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, exactly what we want, isn't it, Bri?
Yeah. It just feels like the spray foam, you know? You get... The sound is hilarious. Look at this, Dad.
So light.
That's impressive.
It is impressive. I mean, that's what they told us would be the strength. Those bubbles, and yet still have the lightness.
And you can tell it's still darker color, so it's not cured like it needs to yet. See how this darker, it should be a light, and it's not there yet, so it's not cured. It's definitely...
Should we cover it back up?
I'm so tempted to see how heavy one of these are, but yeah, we should probably.
Let's tilt it up on edge this way.
Ooh, that looks cool. It was like, if only we could have gotten the tops to look like that.
Okay, we set it back
This is
down.
the only side you view it from, ever.
Right?
Yeah, so it's about 50 per beam, I think. Because I took about a bag and a half of cement with the metal and the rebar inside there.
No, it's about $60 a beam.
Oh, 60.
With all the metal.
Is that a good price for a beam?
Gosh, yeah. Would have been $200 if it was wood or more.
Saving money. Woohoo!
Oh yeah. The regular concrete is 50% stronger than this. I'm just looking for that ability to set something on top of it in an 8-foot span. And that's it. This will hold it from falling over, I think.
Can you move it that way? Oh, like the rebar? Can you lift it on the other side and slap it?
It looks super cool.
It looks so cool.
It's amazing. But do you think it's going to be light? You know,
Maybe
I
it's
thought
some
it was gonna be
water.
light, but I guess not. Wow.
So,
Sweet. Garen's here, woohoo! And more importantly, Kinsley!
oh yeah.
Whoop. Hi, Kinzer! Oh, you look adorable today, like always.
We got the muscle power, Kinsley. Yeah. No, we're coming in from the outside. Okay. Set it back down here. Huh? Watch your fingers. Plan is to lift one side up on the beam, and then we're going to lift the other side up. Okay. It's not going to tip. Yeah, but it's not going to. Okay.
Nice here.
Here, Nice. It was simple. That was a million times easier than this one also needs to go that way, but it needs to go towards the wall a little bit. Okay.
That's it.
I feel like that actually settled.
It's like you can still split it. Smack it with a hammer until it breaks apart and do it again.
Yeah. We gotta break some inside, guys.
That was this one. Oh, we poured a little bit in that one. Then we poured. That's easy just to do this. Ready?
This bad boy is a little heavier.
Should we scrape that off real quick?
Yeah.
We should flip it over and get the other side too. Oh, you already got that.
Watch your fingers.
Got my hat cricket.
Okay, what's the drive? Okay, you guys got it?
I don't know how I'm gonna start
Talk to each other.
Slow fast.
Watch your feeding, footing.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do a jumping jack in 1, 2, 3.
Garrett first.
Nope, just.
We ingeniously decided not to take the full tarp off and the structure that held it together and just lift up the beam and the tarp all at once to put the beams in. A little bit harder, but
Yeah, it's good.
okay, let's take a second and rest. Now we don't have to re-establish any cover back here while we work on the rafters.
It's still a temporary cover though.
Still
Yeah, we
can.
still have to we gotta make sure we strap it down too.
That's the cover. What the cover is.
Perfect. I don't think me and Jared could have done that.
Yeah, those are heavy. That one can't be flipped, right?
No.
Yeah.
Next time is rafters.
And
rafters
roof.
and roof.
Thanks for being with us this week. We have a t-shirt shop ready for you to grab some merchandise. We got t-shirts galore. So I'm wearing
T-shirt.
I'm feeling gassy, and you have a boat design, a ship design.
I don't remember what it's called though, but it's up there.
It's called Ship
Yes.
in Water.
Shipping water. Boat.
The boat. Can you imagine what the cost of it is to build that thing today? Could be gold. Yeah. Cups, aprons, bags,
Got
pillows.
bags. There's little stickers.
Stickers that you can put on your cups and on your bags,
Yeah.
and you can put those on your shirts. You can put stickers on your forehead. You could put stickers on the bandanas on the dogs.
You know,
or we could just
also
put the stickers on the dogs.
Oh, perfect. And your cat will love it too. Last Wednesday, Garen built a butcher block pallet countertop. Beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And there, Garen Ellie's van conversion. If you missed that, you'll need to go check it out. Pretty darn cool.
We're gonna see from Skylar and Shay another mystery video. We're not sure what that's all about. Be sure to check that one out here, coming up here on Wednesday.
Well, the price of wood has been absolutely ridiculous.
Incredibly crazy.
So if you want to ever see us build in wood again, no. But we would have really appreciated it if you'd like to throw a couple dollars our way on Patreon. It really helps.
It does. It really does.
So, we really appreciate all the people who've been supporting us on Patreon. It's been just amazing. Very helpful.
Podcast on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
I found the recipe online, so link in description of where I got it from. Stirring the witch's brew.
It doesn't look like a witch's brew.
Must be water.
It looks like a laundry brew.
Gonna do some laundry. The cool thing about this is why we do this job, we're gonna smell really good. Like lavender.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.
You can see the soap. See how it hits the cement? See how the stuff's moving?
Surface tension.
Surface tension. Oh yeah. We have to do this in half batches because we don't have a full.
What was that? You okay? Are you okay? Did you step on something? My goodness sakes, that was a yelperoo.